Hello everyone, welcome to another Let's Play. My name is Anna Mardal. Before we dive in today, I'm going to tell you that my bestest friend in the whole wide world, Griffin, is also doing Let's Plays of the Choices app and books within. Specifically, some of the books that I haven't done because I've been doing Crown and the Flame books. So, Griffin's YouTube identifier is Mariposa Kitten, Mariposa Kitten, and I will link to that YouTube feed in the video comments, and we'll probably mention it again in videos further out because I know a lot of times I can't keep up with the amazing demand of people saying, oh, have you done this one? Have you done that one? And there's so many games and so little time. So it's always really exciting when someone else is doing Let's Plays of a similar nature. So I think that's awesome. So today we're in Book 2, Chapter 4 of The Crown and the Flame. Kenna's secret mission to Alriel takes a dangerous turn. Meanwhile, Dom and Say discover something terribly amiss in Say's village. So, of course, why wouldn't we have a problem? Sometimes I have to restart the app, and this is going to be one of those times. So just a moment, I will be right back. And here we are trying this again. Hit play, and we got in. Yay! Nothing a reboot couldn't fix. Chapter 4, The Docks. Okay. Soldiers fill the street, interrupting the festival. This is it then. They've discovered that we're here. Let him come. If I'm going down, I'm taking some of these bastards with me. No, look, they aren't coming after us. As you watch, the soldiers break up the festival, overturning tables and pushing the people of Alriel around. What are you doing? Our shift was over 8 hours ago. You've got no right to harass us like this. A severe-looking man emerges from the soldiers. Is that Florian Tartasis? In case you were unaware, production is down 12% this month. If you feel this merits a celebration, then clearly I have been too lenient with you. As of now, I am instituting a sunset curfew. Add double shifts for the rest of this week. The party is over. Oh, he doesn't understand how efficiency works. Okay, that makes sense. Because that actually isn't going to make people more efficient. Soldiers shove forward, tearing down the decorations and roughing up anyone who resists. Wait, but why do they have Nevraki soldiers? I thought he was a local authoritarian power with soldiers of his own. Is he allied with Luther in some way? They know that not every bad thing comes from Nevraki, right? Like, there are bad people who aren't also affiliated with the Nevraki family? You can't do that! A soldier grabs Kailani's arm, wrenching it painfully behind her back. Don't talk back to us, worker. Kai! We've got to get out of here before they spot us. No, we're going to create a diversion to help Kailani and Noah. Which, this is nice. We can actually, this is kind of rare. We can choose between diamonds and prestige points. Usually it forces you to cough up the diamonds. You dart behind the soldiers and grab a handful of rocks off the ground. As you run by, you throw them at the soldiers holding Kailani. Hey, who did that? As the soldiers look around, Kailani twists sharply, throwing one of them to the ground and elbowing another in the throat. Put your hands on me again, and I'll crush your skull like a... Kai, this way! You and your companions follow Noah and Kailani as they dash through the streets.
They lead you to a tavern named the Laughing Seal. Noah ushers everyone inside and pulls the door shut behind you. Raised, angry voices fill the room. Workers crowd tightly between the tables, their bodies tense and their faces outraged.
We should be safe here. Thanks for the help. I couldn't stand by and do nothing. Kailani has a reckless streak. She needs to learn to be more careful.
We need to fight back. I am sick of always running and hiding. How much more will you let them take from us? Many of the workers shout their agreement, raising their drinks and pounding fists on the table. Raiden leans in to whisper in your ear.
See how they're looking at her? It seems we found the leader of this fledgling rebellion. You may be right about that, but not everyone's looking at her.
Scattered among the excited, rowdy workers are others who look to Noah, their faces grim and uncertain.
Kai, you know it's not as simple as that. Are you really going to risk your life because they broke up a party?
That festival is part of our heritage. It used to mean something to us.
I'm not any happier about it than you are. I'm just saying it's not worth dying for. We've tried to rebel before, remember? It only made things worse.
We have to do something. It'll be different this time.
And why is that?
I don't know.
It will be different because this time you won't be alone. This time Stormholt will stand with you. You stand and throw back your hood. I'm Queen Kenna Reese of Stormholt, and I've come to offer my help.
Hold on. You're Queen Kenna?
I freed my kingdom from Luther Navraki's son Marco, and I joined forces with Rowan Thorn to defeat his brother Vasilios at Thorngate. That's right. And now I've come to Alriel to talk with you about overthrowing Florian and taking back your town.
Does this mean, are you going to attack Alriel with your army?
Not bloody likely. Florian has watchtowers all over the countryside. You try to march an army in here, he'll bring in reinforcements from Panrion and crush you before you make it within 100 miles of us. True, Florian spent all his efforts protecting Alriel from the outside, but that's left the town vulnerable to an attack from within.
Listen, I haven't spent much time here, but from what I've seen, I know that the Alriel people are strong. The harder Florian pushed you, the stronger you became. You're already an army. You just need something to fight with. Oh, is that all? You make it sound so easy.
Florian doesn't let us have any weapons.
Or anything we could use to make into a weapon. Every piece of metal here is kept under lock and key. But we have something you don't. We have Heart Oak from Thorngate? Yes! Rowan, could Thorngate supply us with enough Heart Oak to make weapons for Kailani's fighters?
We should have some to spare, yes. Hold on, what is this Heart Oak and how does it help us?
It looks like wood. It is wood actually, but it's as strong as metal. So we can get it into the city without Florian even realizing it, and use it to make weapons right under his nose?
Exactly. Slow down. No one's agreed to this.
I understand your concern. The important thing is, it's your decision. I'll follow your lead. This is your home. I want to take down Florian and anyone who serves Luther Navraki. This is your choice. See, Noah? We can work with these people. Rowan leans in and whispers to you.
Looks like you learned something from what happened with Thorngate.
I might make mistakes, but I never make the same one twice.
I'm sorry, Kailani. I can't be a part of this.
Noah sadly shakes his head and leaves. Rowan, we're going to need heartwood. Lots of it. I can spare enough to make 100 hard oak spears. Only 100? We're gonna need way more than that to fight Florian. I know the battle will be difficult, but my people are rebuilding our castle, and hard oak takes hundreds of years to mature. If we harvest too much now, we'll devastate future crops. I have to ask, how much could we get if we took it all? 200, maybe 250, but we can't do that. It would destroy the hard oak forest and leave us with nothing. Oh yeah, I can't do that. Send as much as you can spare. Thank you, Kenna. I knew you'd understand. I'll go send word immediately. 100 weapons won't be enough to arm us all. It's more than you've had in the past. Fair enough, but that's not saying much. I have to tell you, Warrior Queen, it's been a long time since I felt this much hope. That was kind of whiplashy. But can you really deliver what you're promising? I can, and I will. Well then, you've got yourself a hardworking, tougher than leather shipbuilder on your side. I'm talking about myself, obviously. You're a force to be reckoned with. We're honored to fight alongside you. A few days later, you follow Kailani to work at the shipyards. Shipment of your fancy wood came in yesterday, so we should have a good few weapons to show you today. Stay on your toes, though. Florian likes to drop in for random inspections now and then. If he recognizes you, don't worry, I'll blend right in. You might at that. Here, give me your best downtrodden peasant face. How's this? Perfect! You look like you've never seen a coin in your life. Kailani takes you to an area where craftsmen are carving long planks into what look like boat paddles. You pick one up. The paddle is heavy in your hand, and the blade tapers to a wicked point. Clever. From a distance, I'd never guessed this was a spear. Good stuff, that hard oak. Holds an edge like steel. All the weapons should be ready by sunset. Your people do amazing work. Are these dragons carved into the handle? Sea dragons, for good luck and fierceness in battle. Figure we need all the luck we can get. Especially since some people are refusing to help. Following Kailani's glare, you see Noah hard at work on the other side of the yard, pointedly ignoring you. Stubborn oaf. He didn't used to be such a coward. He used to be the one who talked about rebellion the most. Really? What changed? Ask him. I've spent enough time hacking away at that particular knot. Well, clearly you didn't have 15 diamonds. You walk over to where Noah is working. Noah doesn't look up from his task, using a small stone axe to hollow out the inside of a log. She's really doing it then. She is. Your help would be invaluable, you know. Kailani says he used to support the rebellion? I used to be an idiot. Noah slams his axe down, the blade sinking deep into the wood. Sorry. Last year we tried something like this, and it went bad. Really bad. I had it all planned out. We'd steal the garrison's weapons and attack them while they slept. Seemed foolproof. Turns out, I was just a bigger fool than I thought. You and Kailani, as Noah, are crouching in an alley next to Florian's mansion. Above you, a small second-story window is slightly ajar. The maid says that Florian keeps a keyring in his desk drawer. One of them should unlock the garrison's weapon locker. Ha! And what did you have to promise her to get that vital piece of information? Nothing I minded. One last thing. I love you? Kailani grins, punching you in the arm. Love you too, you big softy. Now are we gonna do this or what? You crouch down. Kailani climbs up onto your shoulders. Here's hoping my big ass fits through this tiny window. Kailani steps from your shoulders to your upraised hands, then slips easily through the window. You move to the mouth of the alley, staying in the shadows. For a long time, you watch people pass by on the street. Come on, Kai, what's taking so long? The front door bursts open, and Kailani is thrown out into the streets. Ugh. She hits the pavement hard, her breathing coming in pained, ragged gasps as she clutches her stomach. Oh no, Kai! A moment later, Florian emerges from the house, flanked by several guards.
Lord Tartasis doesn't tolerate thieving, peasant. What exactly did you want with my keys, young lady?
Food warehouse.
Been at half rations for a week. We're starving, you bastard. The current meal plan is more than adequate. Perhaps you should waste less energy on petty burglary. Guards, take her to the town square. 20 lashes should be sufficient to discourage such delinquent behavior.
No, I have to take the blame.
You burst from the alley, rushing to stand between your sister and the approaching guards. Leave her alone. She's not the guilty one here. That's an odd claim, given that she was the one rooting through my personal belongings. It was all my idea. I'm the one you should... Noah! You stop lying to Lord Tartasis and go home right now, or I swear by the waves and wind I will end you! Kailani struggles to her feet. Come on, fellas. Sounds like I have a date with the whipping post. You watch as the soldiers bind Kailani's hands and march her towards the center of town. Kai, forgive me. I watched them do it, and I felt every single lash as if my own flesh were tearing. Afterward, I had to carry her to the town doctor for stitches. For days, I tended Kai's wounds and pulled double duty shifts so she could rest. All the while, she said she was fine. But at night, I could hear her crying from the pain. That sound is carved into my memory forever. I'm sorry. I had no idea. I was stupid. I thought the chance of a better life was worth the risk. Fighting against Florian is pointless. He's too careful, and he's got the whole garrison behind him. Can I tell you what I think? Can I stop you? It sounds to me like... Neither of those seems super nice. It sounds to me like you've given up completely. Noah looks down at his hands. Maybe. I just can't go through that again. I can't watch Kai suffer for my mistakes. Noah turns away from you and resumes his work. A minute later, you leave to rejoin Kailani. Noah told me that... I heard. Let's drop it, yeah? You and Kailani pass by a small, sleek vessel lashed to the dock. Kailani pats the boat fondly on the bow. Noah and I took our time on this one. Florian was not impressed with our efficiency. She's beautiful. Does she have a name? She does, and your barbarian tongue would tie itself in a knot trying to pronounce it. In your language, call her Swift. Pleasure to meet you, Swift. She might be the best ship I've ever... Kailani is interrupted by the sound of armored soldiers marching. Oh, hells. Why do you have to show up today? You spin around to see Florian approaching the shipyard with a full company of guards. If he finds out who you are, we're dead.
will pretend to work. Snatching a large file from Kailani's workbench, you start furiously smoothing the bottom of a nearby canoe. Kailani follows suit, sawdust flying with each stroke. Florian and his guards approach you, stopping right behind you.
Well now, who's this industrious young lady? Distant cousin. She came here looking for work after the mill burned down in her village. Really?
You keep your head down, focusing on the work.
Well, we always have room for more hard workers here. Talk to the head of the boarding house. She'll assign you a bed and give you a ration token.
Yes, my lord. Thank you, my lord.
Florian walks away, with his guards in tow. Whew. Nice work with the humble act, kid. You should try out for the stage. Maybe if this whole reclaiming the 5 kingdoms thing doesn't work out. You should probably get out of here. That was a little too close for my taste.
Agreed. I'll see you at the tavern this evening. Later that night, you all gather at the Laughing Seal Tavern.
That's it then. We've got all the weapons we need. As many as we could make from the hard oak you gave us. We used up every last scrap. And the weapons are all easily accessible. Hidden in caches throughout the shipyard. Everything is in place. Excellent! I've been itching for a good fight since we got here. Tomorrow you get one. Fools.
You glance over at Noah, who sits alone at a nearby table. He stares down into a tankard of ale, his hands held in tight fists on the table.
You're going to fail. Can't you see that? Florian has over 100 highly trained soldiers in full armor. There's more of us, and thanks to Kenna, now we're armed. Noah, this won't be like the last time. This could actually work. And I'd feel a hell of a lot better fighting with my brother at my side. Kai, please don't do this. We've given Florian enough trouble in the past. This time, he will kill you. You're all I have left. He's taken everything else. Well, I'm going to take it back, and I can do it without you. You go ahead and roll over like a good pup for that soft-handed slave driver. I'd rather die. Kai, you're not. Get out. Just looking at you is making me sick. Noah's shoulders sag. He gets up and leaves through the tavern's back door. Are you all right? When we win tomorrow, and I get to rub Noah's big brick-like face in it, I'll be as happy as a seagull on picnic day. Then I guess we better win tomorrow. Rest well, everyone. We've got work in the morning. Okay. After discovering the presence of Navraki foot soldiers, you and Sei rush towards Sei's village. After hours of running, you come upon a small valley with a sparkling brook. Several tiny cottages are nestled against the mountainside. This is your village? It's beautiful. We're not here to admire the scenery, Lowlander. Look. Villagers, shackled and beaten, form a line near a mountain path. A woman at the front yells at them, sorting them into 2 prisoner wagons. Is that... Oh no. Fools, all of you! If you have fire abilities, I will discover them. Don't make matters worse by pretending you're normal. Fire coils around Sei's arms, her eyes narrowing. Hex! She bolts forward, but you grab Sei, holding her back. Sei, wait! Get off me, Lowlander. The scientist bitch must die. I agree, but if you rush in there, the drivers of those wagons might panic and drive off. And then who knows what'll happen to your people inside. Just take a breath. Why would I breathe when there's killing to be done? because I know deep down you care more about freeing your people than about revenge.
Say relaxes in your arms. You're right. We need to free my people.
Good. And to do that, we need to prevent the wagon drivers from fleeing. That means a coordinated attack against them.
We'll need to attack on a signal. What should it be?
2 sharp whistles. We know we can do that because of our hawk friend.
It'll sound like this. You quietly whistle 2 short blasts and feel a tinge of sadness for your old friend. What is it? Have you cut yourself on the rocks?
No, just that sound reminds me of someone I lost.
Then we will honor your friend in our attack this day. Listen for my whistle. You sneak carefully down the hill until you're near the wagons. You hide in the grass, one of the wagon drivers just in front of you.
Just need to listen for Say's signal.
You hear wind blowing through the canyon.
Wait, that's not the signal. You wait, listening, and hear a cricket chirping nearby. Wait, that's not it either.
You continue waiting and listening, and hear 2 short blasts. Attack! You leap up and blast the driver with a fireball. Meanwhile, Say does the same thing to the driver of the other wagon. Cover me. Hurry! Say throws out a wave of fire, pushing back the remaining guards. You rip open the back of both wagons, and the villagers pour out. Flee! Run to safety! We'll handle this! We got them all out. As the villagers flee into the mountains, Hex stands before you, a squadron of guards behind her. While I am quite irked at the disruption of my plans, I can't help but feel a tinge of nostalgia. How are you, beast? Happy, knowing that you'll soon be a pile of ashes at my feet? Oh, I doubt that. I doubt that very much. Hex snaps her fingers, and the guards step aside. A man lurches forward, a gleaming metal device clamped to his scalp. This seems bad. Anton, what are you doing?
You know him?
We grew up together. Anton stares ahead, his red eyes glazed over. Well, this just got even better. Not only do I get to test my latest invention, you're about to get thrashed by your childhood friend. Anton steps forward, blue fire coiling around his hands and forming 2 forked fire whips.
Is there any point to fighting him? Aren't all of us immune to fire?
Anton lashes out with one of the whips, and it snakes around your forearm. You feel it starting to burn. Okay, escape. You wrench your arm free of the fire whip, the burn reddening around your arm.
How come I felt that?
You're immune to fire at hotter temperatures, lower temperatures. The hotter it gets, the harder it is to resist. Well, I'm not planning on letting him whip me again. Anton shambles toward you. You quickly summon a fireball and... No! Say slams into you, tackling you to the ground and causing your fireball to miss wildly. What in the hell, Say? We can't kill him, Lowlander. He's innocent. Finally, you're starting to see how hopeless and utterly delightful the situation is. That thing on his head, you're controlling him. Say leaps up and jumps on Anton, trying to pry the device off, but it only clamps down harder, tearing at his scalp. He spins, throwing her off of him. She lands in the dirt beside you. Ooh. I cannot remove it. What do we do?
I have an idea. Follow my lead.
Fire extinguishing? You hold your palms out, and Say shoots you a sly grin. Clever for once, Lowlander.
Careful, I might start thinking you like me.
We'll do this just like we did at Thorngate. You close your eyes and concentrate. Together, the two of you focus on Anton and draw the fire out of his body. Anton collapses, rendered completely powerless.
How disappointing. You might have won this battle,
but you've so clearly lost the war.
You suddenly take in your surroundings and realize that Hex's troops have encircled you entirely. Capture them.
A soldier fires a large black spear at you. It springs open into a mess of chains that wraps around your body. The soldier pulls the chains tight, and your hands are yanked up so that they're pointing at your own face. The same thing happens to Sei. A little something I've been working on since we last met. Keep that fire inside, unless you want to burn your own face off. Sei fights against her restraints. Here I am, scouring this frigid mountainside for more fire freaks, and you fall right into my lap, the beast that got away. Hex steps forward, looming over Sei menacingly. I told you not to threaten me. Your nightmare is just beginning. Whew, okay. Kailani joined you as an ally. Underestimate this pint-sized powerhouse at your own risk. You took less Heart Oak from Thorngate. Rowan is grateful, but Kailani's rebellion may suffer. Noah told you the story of his failed rebellion. Now you know why he refuses to fight. You and Sei launched a coordinated attack and freed all of Sei's village. So we've got Kailani, and I assume Noah's next. I hope Noah's next. And we've made good choices so far. So that was chapter 4 of the crown and the flame. And that should dump us out to, there we go. We earned 1 diamond. We spent 15, but we earned 1. So so that was chapter 4. Next one we'll pick up will be chapter 5. And like I said, these are going at a little bit slower pace than before because my Christmas break is over. I'm going to cry. It's back to work. But I'm still here, and we'll finish this out, and then we'll see where we go from there. I will see you in the next Let's Play. My name is Anna Mardal, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.